The text we are analyzing, the Tamil Common Language Bible, presents a world where human expansion was marred by corruption. It describes a time when divine beings mingled with human women, leading to a period of pervasive moral decay. In this environment, Noah stands out. At 500 years old, he fathers 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, living as a singular figure of contrast against the surrounding society. Because of the absolute corruption of the era, God commands Noah to build a massive ark to survive a flood that will end the world as he knows it. The logistical requirements for this vessel are precise. Noah must board his wife, his 3 sons and their wives, and a male and female pair of every living creature, from cattle to birds and creeping things. Once the loading process is complete, the text notes a finality to the preparations. God himself shuts the door, sealing everyone inside. That closing of the door marks the moment the era of warning ends. The preparation phase is over, and the transition toward the Earth's destruction is now locked in. On the 17th day of the 2nd month of Noah's 600th year, the disaster begins. The flood is driven by 2 simultaneous forces. The springs of the great deep burst open from below, while the floodgates of heaven release a torrent from above. For 40 days and 40 nights, this continuous battery against the earth remains uninterrupted. As the volume of water grows, the massive structure of the ark is eventually lifted completely off the ground. The submergence is absolute. Even the highest mountain peaks under the sky eventually vanish beneath the rising surface. This cataclysm was global in scale, leaving no trace of biological life remaining outside the walls of the vessel. Inside the ark, the violent chaos of the outside world is replaced by silence. In this quiet, the text states that God remembers Noah and the animals. To reverse the deluge, God sends a powerful, sustained wind across the earth, forcing the waters to begin their retreat. On the 17th day of the 7th month, the downward trajectory of the water causes the ark to finally strike solid ground. The ark comes to rest on the mountains of Ararat. This physical impact transitions the narrative. The era of passive survival ends, and the occupants begin preparing to step back onto land that has been scrubbed of its former history. The water recedes slowly over several months. It is only in the 10th month that the mountain peaks finally become visible to Noah. 40 days later, Noah releases a raven, finding no landing place. Next, he releases a dove, which quickly returns. 7 days later, it returns with an olive leaf. After 1 more week, he releases the dove a final time, and it does not return. Through this progression of signals, Noah confirmed that vegetation had returned, and the ground was dry enough to sustain his family once more. In his 601st year, on the 1st day of the 1st month, Noah finally removes the covering of the ark to see dry ground stretching out before him. As they emerge from the vessel, God speaks to Noah and his sons in a world that has been cleared of its previous record. A new permanent covenant is established here, including Noah's family and every animal lineage that survived the journey. The core of this agreement is an eternal promise. Floodwaters will never again be used to cut off all flesh, and a global flood will never again destroy the earth. The Great Deluge provides a definitive account of destruction, but its final weight lies in the lasting contract established between the Creator and the earth.